obviously, I noticed you're wearing a mask, first off, and everybody else coming in here hasn't. Would you care to share your thoughts on your approach of handling the decision that all players must make?
That's just something that we're still kind of working through, so that's all I can answer to that.
It seems that you and Deebo really crave going up against each other that we saw today. Can you just describe the competition that exists between the two of you and what you get out of it?
Yeah, no, I noticed just the way that Deebo was working in the offseason. I seen him was working with Manuel Sanders, and I could just tell just from the first day, he had a whole different mindset going into the training camp and OTAs last year. So I was happy just to see him out there competing, and he's been looking good.
How does your mindset compare from last year to this year now that you have that full healthy season under your belt this camp?
I'm comfortable. I know what I could bring to the table. It's just about staying consistent, trying to be a leader out there on the defense, and just continue to make plays.
Jason, where do you see yourself taking your game this year, knowing the product you put out there last season? What do you think you're capable of this year?
I'm capable of doing a lot of good things. Capable of being a Pro Bowler, All-Pro. It's just how I approach each and every week, each and every practice, and just going out there and do my job and letting my play take care of itself.
And were there any things that when you went back and looked at your 2020 season that, hey, I want to improve on this for 2021?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all aspects of my game. I watch film 24/7. I got even film of other corners around the league that I like to take, certain things from. But as a player, in this league, you always want to try to be consistent going into each and every season because you're going against, either whether it's new competition or what you did last year, can you prove it again? So it's always about trying to stay ahead of the game.
You mentioned being more of a leader as something you want to take on. Are you finding that with a lot of young teammates that they're coming to you a lot? And what is kind of your leadership style?
Oh, I'm a person that lead by example. I'm not really a rah-rah guy, so I just try to approach practice the same way, being enthusiastic, making plays, trying to be as consistent as possible. And I just know from the young guys, they're going to make more mistakes than I'm going to make, so they may come to me about certain stuff. And so, yeah, as my job as being a vet, it's always good to take somebody under the wing.
What's your first impression of Damico in his new job?
Damico, man, I mean, he's a guy that also played in this league, so he knows what it takes to be a good defense. And having the front that we got with the guys that are coming back with D Ford and Bosa and the guys that we got from the offseason, he just knows on the back end that, if we do our job with the guys that we got up front, we can make plays. So I just feel having Damico with his mind frame of wanting, to come after the quarterback, knowing that we got the pass rush, knowing that we got the linebackers that we have, everybody can correlate.
Seems like you're in a lot of action today. You got your hand on a lot of footballs. After a practice like that, how do you feel? Like, what do you do to?
Nah, I feel good. It's always just something that you can take over to the next day. Tomorrow I got to go out there and do it again. You know what I mean? So that's just my approach with everything that I do. I try to be as consistent as possible.
We're seeing Trey Lance.
Oh, shit.
Thanks. We're seeing Trey Lance push the ball downfield, take some chances downfield. In your experience, is that something you often see from rookies? Are you kind of impressed that he's being as aggressive as he's being sort of early on in his development?
Yeah, of course. I mean, being a quarterback in this league is tough. And not only that, being in Kyle's system is tough. So when you see the rookie like that, being able to draw plays up, and also he's another person that we've seen in the offseason training his ass off. So I'm happy to see him making plays. And even, Jimmy G. Jimmy G looks like a different quarterback out there. He's making a lot of good throws. And, I'm excited to see him, both of them, throughout the season.
What about him? What's different?
Jimmy G? I would just say his confidence. His confidence just looks like he wants to lead and he knows what it takes. He obviously brought the team to the Super Bowl. So if he approaches that each and every practice and throughout the year, I think that would be good for us.
Mike McDaniel said that, despite how well Brandon Ayuk played last year, that just having a full offseason has made a huge difference. What have you felt going against him one-on-one?
Well, B.A. has always been a special player. Even we noticed that last year. But, going in a year, too, being able to have a year under his belt, kind of knows what it takes. And, yeah, B.A., like I said, he's a special player. He's a guy that I think is going to make a lot of plays for us. But I also just thinking having somebody like Mohamed Sanu, a veteran guy that's been around guys like Julio, and we kind of can see similarities with B.A. as far as the skill set and of Julio. You can kind of see some similarities. But having a vet like Mohamed who's been around the league, and also a guy who's looking damn good, too, being out there on the field. I mean, Sanu looks great. So having that, I think, helps B.A., helps Deebo with their approach and going into practice. So I think if all of them are on the same page, the offense could be dominant.
What do you see from the rookies, Demo and Ambry Thomas? Thomas. What do you see from the rookies?
Oh yeah, the rookies are doing good. You know, they making their mistakes and making their plays. You know, just another thing, just trying to be as consistent as possible. You know, I remember when I was a rookie, you know, trying to learn different things, the timing of routes, the whole 9 yards. But just trying to go out there and make as many plays as possible. The rest to take care of itself.
I know a lot of people have said that you don't want to see the guys make the same mistake again. Are you seeing that kind of moving on from the last one and moving on to another?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna make mistakes out there, but if as much as you can, if you can limit them as much as possible, it's only gonna help you be more consistent.
Jason, apologies, this is technically a question about a subject you said you would not be discussing. So, I'm going to phrase it carefully. Why did you make it sounds like you just said enough, and I realize you've been asked 800 injury-related questions over the last couple of years, but kind of why did you just make the decision, like, no more of those?
Because it's in the past. You know, I can't control what happened in the past. All I could control is about me going forward, and I persevered through all of that injury, so ain't no need to talk about it.